These are the Sunday recommendations for my free email list for August the 25th, 2019. This week I uploaded a public video to YouTube. It's my essay, Art in Individual Minds and Public Places, Christo and Jean-Claude's The Gates. I seldom discuss abstract art because I don't consider it art. But I thought it was worth putting this essay on YouTube to explain that decision to those who aren't aware of my reasons. I originally published this essay in 2004, just before the gates were erected in Central Park. The blog post this week is on Jacob Ray Mould's designs in Central Park. The post includes many images of gorgeous designs in Central Park by the exuberant and eccentric Mr. Mould. Many of the pieces have unfortunately disappeared or been moved over the last 160 years. Second recommendation, a sculpture of Anacreon, possibly by Phidias, who was responsible for the Parthenon sculptures. This is a Roman copy of an original that probably dated to 450 to 430 BC. It always sticks in my mind because one so rarely sees the Greeks enjoying themselves. Anacreon, who lived circa 582 to 485 BC, was one of the most famous Greek lyric poets, writing largely on wine, women, and song. There's a link to examples in the email. He is represented here singing and accompanying himself on a lyre. If his name is familiar to you, it's probably because a club of amateur musicians in 18th century London named themselves after Anacreon. The tune of their Anacreontic hymn, their official song, was adopted by Francis Scott Key as the tune for the Star-Spangled Banner. Third recommendation, Han Gan, Night Shining White, circa 750. According to the Metropolitan Museum site, this is, quote, a portrait of a charger of Emperor Shenzong. With its burning eye, flaring nostrils, and dancing hoofs, the fiery tempered horse epitomizes Chinese myths about the Central Asian celestial seeds that sweated blood and were actually dragons in disguise. The technique of this drawing is a lovely reminder that the innovations of the artists who created cave paintings, including shading for form and variations to indicate texture, continued to be essential for all those who represented reality in two dimensions. Incidentally, innovators in painting has finally reached the top of my book writing list, which is why I'm thinking about these things. The fourth recommendation this week for my supporters is another excerpt from Burton Braley's autobiography. DianeDurantewriter.com has hundreds of posts on sculpture, painting, Central Park, and my other obsessions. To join the free Sunday recommendations email list, visit the URL online or email me. And you can say, well done, Diane, or support my work on a recurring basis and receive rewards by the tip jar on DianeDurantewriter.com. Thank you as always for listening.